All right, so Henry,
Yeah,
I need you to tell me more about Civ. Okay, so
sure.
so you mentioned which Civ games you played when you first started talking about this game. Now you played Civ
Yeah.
5, right?
No, that was the thing. Five was the one I
Oh,
missed, and Beyond Earth is sticks to five's sort of gameplay and look very closely. So I sort of lament not playing that one because I think I would have an easier time transitioning into Beyond Earth. But the last Civ game I played was four. I played a lot of it,
huh.
but it's quite different. So I'm having a little bit of a roadblock. But that being said, the game is incredibly meaty. It's not a game you're supposed to get right away. With the amount of building and research options for sciences, the idea is that you play a bunch and you'll just sort of learn on your own about what kind of civilization you want to build, which really is more fun, sort of learning on your own. I mean, there's a great sort of civilopedia, they call it, in terms of it's civilopedia, one of those, where you
Civipedia.
can Civipedia, sorry,
Yeah.
civil. Let's remain civil over here, guys.
Okay, so I,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I mean, so if you're stuck, you're not going to get stuck for long because you can
Yeah.
look how to how do I build a city, or what is miasma, or whatever the alien toxic stuff is that hurts you. And I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong, but
It's pronounced Mario.
Yeah.
Good one.
Hey. So okay, so here's the big. Okay, I have yet to play Beyond Earth yet.
Right.
Yet. But I have heard that this game is kind of disappointing for those who have played a lot of Civ 5. So I guess, Graham, have you? I know you're a Civ guy. Have you played any of this yet? I know, you've basically
I
played.
have been holding off because
okay.
I have like a job to do, and I can really only have
like my
two
friends.
or six jobs at a time.
Yeah,
Understandable.
the one more turn mentality
Yeah.
will turn into, you mean like one more half day.
Yeah, and I already have Fantasy Life on my plate, so I am going to pick up Civ later. But yeah, I have not picked this one up yet, but I
Okay.
have seen a lot about it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm interested in it because I think it changes up enough of Civ.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
To be
Definitely.
interesting.
I mean, I'm not. I haven't heard it's a bad game by any means. I've just again, this is based on some things I've heard that it's kind of like Civ 5, but like an glorified
Yeah.
expansion or just like
I
a
think
different
when you
skin.
saw Firaxis make Civ 5 and then they made XCOM,
Yeah.
like seeing another Civ is, as much as it's a different Civ, I understand there's, I mean, I'd rather have something new and cool too.
Yeah.
But they're the only ones who can make Civ, so this is the only way we're getting another Civ. Like we've had companies try to make Civ and it doesn't work. So I'm okay with the people who know how to make Civ making
Oh yeah.
Civ.
Definitely. I mean, I feel like my expectations. I mean, I'm going to go into it with more, maybe perhaps more realistic expectations. But for me, this to me seemed like Civ 6, but in space. That's what I thought it might have been. But I guess that was silly of me. So I guess
It's been billed as kind of like a step above, for example, like the colonization spin-offs and things like that.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Like-
for sure.
Like maybe Civ 5.5,
Yeah.
but I don't think it was ever going to like change the entire formula. They changed a lot in 5.
Yes, they did. Man.
2, 3, and 4 were kind of very similar compared to 5. So
Yeah. Exactly.
like expecting them to abandon their new formula after just one game.
Oh yeah, no, I understand. I think also that, and the fact that a lot of stuff that was added in some of the expansions isn't present here, and you think that they would have everything from Civ 5, at least the important stuff that was changed and added, with the expansions kind of there. But this is just what I've heard. I again haven't played it, so I don't want to speak too much longer about that. But yeah, I'm glad it's at least a pretty solid Civ game. And Henry, it seems like since you didn't have the experience of Civ 5, this is probably kind of like whoa.
It is overwhelming. Yeah, from what I've read, I can see sort of Civ 5 players may want to wait for, I don't know, mods to come out first or expansions or things like that. It's not perfect, but I'm certainly enjoying my time with it. I've always been a big fan of Civ, even though I'm not very good at it. Have a lot of fond memories, so I thought, what better way to jump in than now.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm looking forward to getting it when I can actually probably play it, because my PC,
Yeah.
although it runs Civ 5, I have a feeling it might not run this game that well. So I'm hopefully gonna.
I mean, Firaxis does a really good job of making low-end stuff run things.
True.
I had an old laptop that ran XCOM just fine. Now I have my new, gaming home theater PC, and it looks real good on that.
Yeah.
But they do a good job of letting kind of small things run it, so wouldn't be surprised. But yeah. So hey, speaking of strategy games that are awesome, you get to play on PC.
Oh my god!
Hey, did you hear the news? Did you guys hear the news?
I heard the very exciting news. I'm so stoked.
Henry, you want to share the news with everybody? The good news?
The excellent news, you guys. The news I can't even comprehend. I ordered a new copy of Windows 7 today.
Okay, get out of here.
Just kidding. This one of Snack Bars, I think collectively we all adore this game. Valkyria Chronicles is heading to the PC after a long hiatus in terms of the first one being, I guess, released. This is just really exciting news.
Yeah, it's been over 5 years.
That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah,
it's actually been close to 6.
Yeah.
How is Valkyria Chronicles 6 years old now?
Yeah.
It makes me feel old. Regardless, if a lot of people didn't get a chance to play this, largely because this game was, I don't even know if it was marketed. Certainly didn't see a lot of ads for it. It got critical acclaim, but not enough people played it.
So it's just your chance, everybody.
If you want to call it like Fire Emblem-ish, it's XCOM-ish. I mean, I don't know if it...
I'd say it's even closer to XCOM than Fire Emblem. Really.
I would say so, yeah. It the present. I mean, you guys can talk about other stuff. For me, the presentation actually made this game for me, and sort of the whole package of the soundtrack, the comic book sort of story, the way you could go back and look at different panels and things like that, and the style. I mean, the idea of sort of fantasy combined with a World War I/II setting is something I hadn't seen in a game before, and it all worked. It all came together, I thought, really well. Despite the sort of fantastical elements, you still bought that, it was this massive scale war and a lot of the grittiness that sort of comes with that.
And in this weird circumstance, like, the fantasy almost felt like, like fantasy novels that kind of deal with allegory.
Yeah.
Like, the weird magical girl thing actually was kind of like a metaphor for weapons of mass destruction.
I would say so. Yeah, absolutely.
Like, this is a game that kind of talks about like concentration camps, and like it's like, an intense sort of thing.
Discrimination towards certain races, things like that. Sort of the camaraderie that comes with a military unit, the constant stress they're under, but the sort of the friendships they form and things like that. Way beyond what I would normally expect a story in sort of a tactical role-playing game.
Yeah, and this is a bonus, like, the strategy's also really good.
It is, and the idea of having both a bird's-eye tactical view and a third-person view sort of made me feel like I was really in control of the battlefield. Like, I was rarely confused as to, like, why can't I move my unit here? Like, if I go to them, it's because there is a giant mountain in the way. So you sort of had your general mind of like, okay, well, do I want to move this person here? Yes, I do. Okay, Alicia, your turn. And then you become Alicia. And now you're Alicia, and you're like, okay, I got to move here. You sort of get a greater sense of ownership of your troops by having both sort of this godly bird's eye view and controlling them yourself. It's just a great mix.
Yeah. So that game releases on PC on November 11th, which happens to be right before our next show. So we haven't decided what to stream yet, but
how peculiar!
Like, I'm tempted.
I'd be okay with that.
I'll throw my hat in for that vote.
I feel like since we're streaming has been a thing for us for a little while, I feel like we're obligated to, if possible, stream all of the kind of snack bar hits, all the favorites.
Yeah.
We've already done Sakura Wars, so
we have.
Valkyria Chronicles seems like the next candidate.
Yeah. Okay.
Was Sakura Wars like our first one?
That was like our
second or third.
Yeah.
It's so long ago. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd be down for that for sure. I don't know. Are they making any changes at all? Like maybe graphics upgrades or anything like that?
So, as has been said, clearly the game's not out yet, but it will support 1080p and possibly higher resolutions than 1080p, 60 frames a second. They are
gun on this thing.
They're including all of the original DLC in with the package, which, there's nothing essential in that DLC stuff, but it's nice to have. But yeah, I mean, just considering how good that game looks, seeing that game in a higher resolution, I mean, that's a treat enough. Well, I mean, playing the game again is a treat enough. That is a really good game. I don't know how else to say it.
Yeah.
But, so, they're not doing the weird, we're going to put Japanese games out at a locked 720p, 30 frames per second thing that a lot of developers do. So that's cool to see. But yeah.
Yeah, awesome stuff. I'm a big fan. I like this whole trend of RPGs being released on PC. I'm okay with this.
Yeah. Especially since apparently they sell pretty well. So
yeah, Japan. It seems like Japan is the sort of PC hasn't never really been that big, but it seems to be gaining momentum lately. I wonder if it's in large part just because
I don't think it's really I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that game never releases in Japanese on PC.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
That's just not a thing. It's slightly changing in Japan, but we're like a decade off from parity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what about is it maybe just because they've seen the kinds of sales that Steam can provide, and they're saying, well, we got to get on board with this. We have to do very little, and we can sort of bring a whole new generation to this and get
you've
some
seen
more money
that with like Final Fantasy 13,
sure,
and like somehow the Dynasty Warriors games are releasing, which I think is maybe the dumbest, but that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
But like the margins are so good.
Yeah.
And PC is like the best-selling platform at this point, so I am all for it.
Yeah. No, me too. And really, there's no reason these games. Guys, initially, I imagine there's reasons, but to me, there's no reason not to.
If Valkyria Chronicles on PC, we might get another Valkyria Chronicles game.
Well, that's why I buy every edition of Chrono Trigger and Chrono Cross I can find. Just so,
Yep.
The problem is I'm not a billionaire, so I can't buy like 40,000 copies. But no, for sure. Yeah, vote with your wallet, guys.
Speaking of voting with your wallet, did you guys see recently Nintendo put a web shop open that only has a few games, but one of them is Earthbound, and you can buy a download code and send it to somebody. Oh. So all you Mother 3 people...
I must have missed that one.
Do that.
I got my Earthbound for free.
Yeah,
Good deal.
I paid my $8. Well, $10, I guess.
It's still a good deal.
I paid my $6 for day for 7X Hit the Road.
Yeah, so that happened. Do you want to talk more about that?
Apparently, Good Old Games, is that what GOG stands for?
Yes, they currently are. I guess they go by GOG these days. Yeah.
But they acquired a lot of the LucasArts back catalog.
Yeah.
Like 7X Hit the Road, Monkey Island, Knights. There was some stars, TIE Fighter.
Knights of the Republic, yep.
TIE Fighter being released is big news, man. People have been waiting for that for a long time.
Yeah. And the X-Wing. Apparently there's a whole batch of other stuff that's coming soon, but that's what's available now. But yeah.
Fingers crossed for Full Throttle.
Day of the Tentacle.
Yeah.
And Day of the Tentacle, yes, that too.
It seems interesting, but, with Disney picking up Lucas, it seems like the days of them at all caring about the back catalog were over.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not.
Well, this is actually kind of goes hand in hand with the fact that Disney actually released a ton of their games on Steam recently as well. So it seems like they're really getting into the whole releasing their back catalog thing.
Unless that back catalog's a DVD.
Yeah. you think a company that is like crazy about the Disney Vault wouldn't want to do this, but they're being super awesome in that regard. Like they're just
man.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if they did it like the Vault? X-Wing is available for the next 2 weeks, and then we'll be gone for 14 years.
Yeah, back in the Disney Vault. I mean, the LucasArts Vault.
So many codes would be botched, people making thousands of GOG accounts. We got them.
Yeah, that would just be silly, but yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
But it's great
Yeah.
news. I'm very excited. I've actually never, despite being a fan of the style of game, both the X-Wing and TIE Fighter games are before my time. So
Yeah.
I'd be curious to see if they hold up. I've heard.
Yeah.
I don't know if
No?
they'll hold up, but there'll be a definite nostalgia trip for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, TIE Fighter in particular was one of the highest rated games among PC
Oh yeah.
for years. So we'll see. It's always tricky to say because I mean, really, my memories live on in my head, and that's a long time ago. Like I was playing this when I was like 9 or 10 years old at a buddy's place. So 15 years is a long time. So we'll see. I hope it holds up well.
Yeah.
Is it sad that the part of Sam Max I'm looking forward to the most is Car Bomb?
Yeah.
That's
No,
okay.
it's all right.
A little. That's all right.
Yeah.
Before we move on to anything else, I just want to comment. Actually, one thing I haven't touched upon with Sunset Overdrive is the character creation.
I was just going to ask you about that because that doesn't look like you.
No. So I am a big fan of creating characters that look absolutely nothing like me, because I'm boring and silly looking. But these characters are silly looking in a good way.
Right.
So yeah, I this game kind of takes the Saints Row approach to character creation, where you can create a male or female character, and you can kind of dress them however you want. There are the options. It isn't as ridiculous and customizable as Saints Row, but it kind of has the
Yeah, I
same
was
idea.
Say,
There's such a thing as too much customization when it comes to that.
Trust me, if you ever play the Saints Row game, those I know you probably haven't, Chris, but those games have their character customization is probably the best part about it. So yeah.
yeah, no, you're right about that.
But yeah, this game
It's
kind
real
of has the same approach. Like you can if you're a guy, you can wear the woman's clothes, or vice versa. You can, you can't customize the voice. So if there's the basic male and female voice, and you can't fully mess around with the different body types. There's only like a select few, but like the outfits and stuff, you can wear. Like you could see my crazy snake dangling, and
Yeah.
my cool
I
jacket.
wasn't sure if that was a snake or just like an actual.
It is
boa.
it is a dead snake. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so I tried to create the most punk character imaginable, but then also said I'm going to wear this awesome jacket that comes with a dead snake, because I don't know, and that's just cool that you could do that. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that. That's one of my favorite parts of this game. I love games
Yeah.
with character customization like this. So
No, you're right. It's definitely cool. Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm playing Fantasy Life wrong, Graham, because I haven't changed lives yet ever.
Yeah, well, no, that's the thing. You can do whatever you want to do. So, I do recommend pick up all the gathering things first, just enough so you can, when you hit a mine, you can mine.
Yeah.
But,
I'll just
so
go
what
back.
class are you using?
I went Hunter.
Okay.
Just
Yeah,
so that
I mean,
shoot things.
You would be playing it wrong if you haven't changed classes and you haven't been using a combat class and you've been out doing combat with a knife.
Yeah.
I did that for a while. My first 10 hours I played as an alchemist, which is like the worst first class.
Right.
Like it's the best fifth class. It's a good supplement because you can get a whole bunch of healing items, but it's really not very good for anything else. But yeah, man, that game's real good.
I just haven't wanted to start back at effectively level 1.
I mean, I just know
class.
how you play games.
Yeah.
You can just whatever, just put in 30 hours each, and then that's your normal play total.
it's your
360
fantasy
hours.
life, man. You can do what you want.
Yeah.
It's your life. I'm still working on Project Pascal. That's taking up a lot of my time.
How is that still going
Yeah,
on?
I'm just like
They're not giving me the last 5 that I need, and there's probably at least one more because I'm on 209 now, so 214 seems like a weird number.
In case you guys aren't keeping up with this, Chris Ingersoll is every day checking in with Pascal by giving him a pearl, a scallop, in Animal Crossing, and he says something, and it's something different a lot of the time.
Well,
And
not
every time. Not every time, but there have been, again, he has gotten 209 different things.
Are you writing them all down? Yes, and I know that there's 5 more that I haven't seen.
Yes, you should be following him on Twitter because it's the best thing. But it's been going on since the launch of that game, and
Well, since about a month and a half after launch. But
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
But
Takes a
I've
while to get to him, but like
because you have to get the wetsuit and then figure out that he exists, and I did a lot of experimenting, trial and error to figure out exactly like how to find him.
Yeah.
Like if you look at like one of the Animal Crossing wikis, it's not sure how to find it, like or whatever. Like we don't know how to find him. I have found that thing every day that he is available for the last almost year and a half now.
Oh man,
He's not available if Isabel is let out of the town hall for any reason, like on a holiday or whatever. He will not show up. He won't show up if your gate's open. He won't show up if Isabel, like if you set up a new public work. I think I had problems finding him. I had to reset the town, save and restart. So he doesn't like Isabel for some reason. I don't know what their problem is. But my suspicion is that it's her in a suit. I've got so many scallops. I know when it's a scallop when I dive for it.
Yeah.
There's no sense in diving if it's not a scallop because it just fills up your pockets. He won't come if your pockets are full. If you pick up a scallop with your last item, he won't come.
Yeah.
If you catch the scallop too close to the beach, like where the water's too shallow for him to appear behind you, he won't come.
You are, I believe, maybe the world's expert on Pascal.
Yeah, I must be. The only person who should be more of an expert is whoever programmed him.
Yeah, man.
And if that person could contact me and tell me how many times I have to do this until I'm done, I would appreciate it.
Yeah, that would be great.
What if there were actually 300 of these? It might just take another 5 years for you to get them all.
My theory about that was if there was like almost effectively one of them for every day, he wouldn't be repeating as often as he is.
Well, maybe that's how they trick you.
My theory is that there's 256 of them.
Oh,
that would be appropriate.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That number always seems to,
My favorite theory is that they're adding more surreptitiously via downloads just for me. Why it's taken so long to
They're
get to another
moderating.
one.
it's your own personal DLC.
We only have one left.
Of course. Well, like I said, there's 5 I haven't seen, but of course they're monitoring. I post it via the DS image share, so it's their own stupid program that I'm posting it to Twitter for.
Oh man.
I love this theory. I just love the fact that you're now suspicious of your Nintendo 3DS updating and adding these things.
Just watching you.
Yeah.
It's got a camera.
It's gonna eventually one of them is just gonna say, "I know what you're doing, Chris," or something like that.
Is that if I ever get all of them, instead of giving me a piece of the pirate furniture, he'll give me his picture. Because Pascal's pick used to be an item, and pretty sure it's not anymore in this one. But it's like, here, I gave you something special. Oh, Pascal's pick. I'm free! I'm free!
That would be really nice.
Yeah.
Because,
then I would lord that over everybody. I can tell that no one else has this.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's the craziest thing. Anyway.
It keeps you checking into the game every day, even if only for an hour or so.
Have you missed any days?
I technically missed one day.
Just one?
It was a Tuesday because it was board game night, so I just, whatever. But that's the only one I'm pretty sure that's the only one I've missed that wasn't an actual holiday.
So
when you're done, you have to write something about it.
And I take pictures every time I talk to him, whether it's new or not. So my 3DS, my SD card, and when I load up my camera, it takes a while now because there's at least one picture every day for the last year.
I don't know what exactly you could do, but I want a kind of feature on Snack Bar about...
That's the plan. I want this to end.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. I pretty much when you aren't aware of one you haven't gotten.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my current goal.
Yeah. Man, that's... I feel like at that point you do a thorough Google search just to see... and then call it a day. But man, that has been a saga.
Yeah. And the worst part is one of my favorite ones came within the first 50. Let me call it my spreadsheet real quick here. I have it in a spreadsheet because the line's numbered, so it's easy to keep track of how many I'm up to.
Oh yeah, no, that's. I was wondering how you were keeping track of that because that would.
I also have them as a rotating sig if you visit the Penny Arcade forums. Pascal quote.
It's pretty good.
Where is it? Da, 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 da.
But yeah, okay. So while you're looking up that,
Too many.
so we are watching gameplay of an Xbox One game.
Yes, indeed.
So now, yeah. So that is a system that more people can afford to buy as of next week.
As of next week, yes, for a supposedly limited time.
I don't buy it.
Yeah, it seems. I mean, it's a great strategy. Hey, just for the next 2 months, you can get this for cheap, and then after that, it's going back to normal price. So you better get it now, sort of thing. It definitely makes sense. And then, of course,
it's a pretty good deal, and they're offering pretty solid bundles.
Yeah, all of the bundles are there's a Sunset Overdrive bundle, which comes with a white Xbox One, which I want. I also want the white PS4. I'll never get them, but I want them. I wish they offered those at launch, because I'm sick of black consoles. Honestly, I like lighter colors because I feel like with the exception of the original launch 360, I feel like darker colors have been the go-to. Also the original
black is the new black right now.
Yeah. I'm just tired of it. But whatever, that's one thing. But yeah, they have the Sunset Overdrive bundle. They have a Assassin's Creed bundle, which comes with Unity, the new one, as well as a download code for Black Flag, which is the last one that came out. So that's like double the Assassin's Creed.
Yep.
In case you really need more Assassin's Creed.
To be fair, Black Flag was as different as Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, it's very true.
So.
That's very true. And then there's the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare bundle, which I think is probably the best value because it comes with the game, but also comes with a hard drive that's double the size. And normally
except for it comes with Call of Duty.
Well, what's wrong with that?
I would think it's a better value to get, I don't know, Sunset Overdrive than
yes. If you just care about the game that it comes with, yes, the Sunset Overdrive bundle is the way to go, but. If you are planning on getting an Xbox One and having that as your primary console, even if you don't care about Call of Duty, I feel like that bundle that comes with.
It's an extra $100, right?
Well, no, isn't it like only extra 50? Now that with the drop,
okay, maybe
we'll have to confirm that. All right.
Either way, I don't know. I think I'd be willing to pay that price for the full system.
Yeah.
If that bundle came with the Kinect 2, I'd maybe be on board. But
yeah, understandable.
Yeah, just because whatever. Even if they don't put out any good Kinect games from now on, the voice controls are cool. But there's something about we put a slightly larger hard drive in the system when I know for a fact that does not cost them really any money at all.
Yeah, it
just seems kind of
good point.
skeevy.
Good point. Yeah. So I take back what I said. Get the Sunset Overdrive bundle. It's great. This game's great.
Andrew, we're not streaming. We're not streaming new hard drive here.
Oh, you're right. We're not streaming new hard drive.
No, that would be really boring.
As much as I love as much as I love new hard drives,
new hard drives are good, but it would make for a compelling snack time.
Speaking of which, my PS4 hard drive filled up finally, not even a full year into the system's lifespan. Oh yeah, 500 gigabytes gone already. So I had to delete some game installs. Of course, I keep all my game installs, so that's not the big deal.
I know, I do too.
I just I'll just delete them. But
keep that save data.
I'm going to have to upgrade. I think I'm going to get a 2 terabyte drive, and then hopefully that'll last me more than another year. So we'll see. Yeah. But man.
Yeah, at least. It's weird to say this, but the games that you want to stay on your hard drive the longest are also they tend to be smaller file sizes.
That's true, yeah. A lot of my favorites are
indie games and things like that, as opposed to something for example, Infamous, which is an 8-hour game. It's a good 8-hour game, but then you're probably done with it and you can get rid of it.
Exactly.
So,
yeah,
you can make do.
Yeah, I guess if you, even if you get as many games as I do on the system, you can basically just delete once you're done with the game, delete the install, you'll be fine. A lot of the bigger games are multiplayer focused, let's say Battlefield 4, which actually works now and stuff like that. But if you don't care about that sort of thing, you won't really need to worry about a lot of the single player focused games that I've been getting have been 30 gigs or less installs, which isn't too bad. So
cool.
Yeah. But going back to the Xbox One, I think that's a really good move on Microsoft's part, and I hope it works out for them because I want that system to catch up. I want those guys to be neck and neck this entire time. I want them to both, continually trying to one up each other.
Yeah, competition is good.
Yes, indeed. So.
Yeah. But yeah, so let's close out. But I do want to talk about one more thing before we do.
Okay.
And that was the mountain of information we got about Super Smash Bros. For Wii U.
Yes, let's do that.
Yeah.
The 50 fact spectacular.
Yeah,
Extravaganza.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
So, did anyone else need to be more excited for Smash Bros? And now this is just
So
the 8-player thing. I'm sorry, is just like probably one of the most exciting things that's ever happened around Smash Bros. It's gonna be
Insane.
No, I'm definitely gonna play that. I already have my plan. People are gonna show up on the day. I've taken the day off.
Nice.
One of my friends is also getting a GameCube adapter, so we're gonna have the 2 GameCube adapters with the 8 controllers.
I am
real good.
Yeah, I'm also picking up that GameCube adapter because why not?
I figured I already have 11 controllers that can be used. But I still want to get a couple new GameCube ones because some of my old Wavebirds are in a little bit rough shape.
Yeah, well, I would recommend the bundle for Smash, so that you at least get that one. I have heard some strange things about the build quality of the new GameCube controllers, which is peculiar. Specifically, that the actual just containing plastic is maybe a little lighter, which is weird. But that's only been anecdotal, so I'll have to try it out myself. I get the feeling that it may just be people using post GameCube controllers for a while and then going back to one.
Yeah. How cool is that though that they let you use? How many different controllers can you use? We've got Gamepad, Pro controller, the Wii controller, the Wavebird, and GameCube controllers.
Okay. And also the
Wavebird and the GameCube controller. That's
kind of the same.
So you can use the GameCube controller, you can use the Pro controller, you can use the Classic/Classic Pro, you can use the Gamepad, you can use the remote by itself, and you can use the remote and nunchuck.
That's amazing. You can use your 3DS.
And you can use your 3DS.
Oh, yeah.
Which, don't do that.
Seems like the worst possible version, right?
Still
that's just asking for your batteries to die.
Right? I appreciate that they do it, because if you're in a situation where, say, you can't come up with 8 controllers, you can probably do that with 3DSs around.
Assuming whoever's using the 3DS has a copy of the game. But if they do, then they're probably getting you 2 for free.
But I mean, it's not financially feasible for someone really to go out and buy. You probably already have some combination of, but it wouldn't be as cool if they said, "Yep, 8-player local, but everybody has to have a Pro controller." Yeah. Everyone would have been like, "Well, how the hell is that ever going to happen?"
They would have had to acknowledge the Pro controller's existence publicly.
Well, okay, but you know what I mean, right? They make it very easy for you to scramble up 8 controllers.
Yeah. There's a lot that they're doing that's really smart, and that's really good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And so Chris, you mentioned that Mewtwo is coming, and it will be for free for an amount of time, probably limited time, exclusive to people who buy both versions and register them with Club Nintendo, which you probably are also doing because you get a ridiculous soundtrack, a 72-song soundtrack.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you should be doing that.
But if you're not super crazy and aren't buying both versions, then
listen.
Yay!
I do a lot of super crazy things. You guys know me.
I know you.
I don't think that is a super crazy thing to do.
To me, it is. But hey, I don't know. Maybe I'm just
I can
not as much of a
understand you
Smash
not
Brothers
doing it,
fan.
but I don't think it's crazy to do it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you rather just get one version. I have a feeling like that DLC will be eventually made for for sale.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, almost certainly.
There's no way to be like, haha, you can't ever get Mewtwo.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think it's great. I think it's great that Nintendo's embracing DLC for both this and Mario Kart because it's like, I'm looking forward to seeing what characters they put in there.
Better hit before the next snack time.
What's that?
That Mario Kart DLC better hit before the next.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
It needs to hit in the first 2 weeks of November because it better not hit at the same time as Smash Brothers.
No, there's no way they'll phase it out or they'll spread it out.
Also, I would put it past Nintendo.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Nintendo. Hyrule Warriors has some decent DLC too.
Yeah.
So their last few games are actually doing pretty well in that department.
And Mario Golf did as well?
I was going to say Mario Golf did a
Yeah.
solid job.
Yeah, so...
and that seemed like maybe a test run for the Mario Kart stuff, because it was like if you buy all of them, you get Gold Mario thing. Like, they were trying out a lot of the same stuff.
I rocked my Dark Link skin for a while in Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah.
Not in real life, of course.
Well, no. I don't have his skin.
That implies you have something else.
I don't have his skin, but...
And I plead the fifth.
Okay. On that note...
I have a parting quote for us. I found the quote I was looking for.
Okay.
This is my 13th of 209, and it's never been topped. You ever been forced to play the tuba while blindfolded and falling from a helicopter? 'Cause, man...
Yes, I agree.
That's it?
That's perfect.
That's all I have room for.
Better way to end snack time than that.
All right. For Chris Ingersoll and Henry and Andrew, I'm Graham. See you in 2 weeks.
See?